The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shutterguard.com.au, Perth's best roller shutters for over 30 years. Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes. And CD Dog, scrap metal recyclers.
After the Easter break, the CD Don Perth Premier League is back in action, and the heat has been turned on here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. It is round 3 action, and it kicks off with the grand finalists from 2020 in their first meeting for the 2021 season. The Flyers Blue doing battle with the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks aiming for some revenge after being swept in the grand final last year, 2-0 out here at the Cockburn Ice Arena to the Flyers Blue. For the Blues looking to prove their championship credentials once again. The common thing about this game as well is both sides are aiming for their first win of the season. If you remember, the Flyers Blue had themselves a tie in the opening game and, of course, had the bye in round 2. The Blackhawks, they had a bye in round 1, but unfortunately got soundly beaten in their first game by the Flyers Orange. My name is Paul Persick, and as always, it's a great pleasure to have your company in the commentary box for the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. Streaming live on Front Row Screens, thanks to CD Dodd, Shutterguard, and of course our media partners, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes and your number one in season 2021. The reigning champion Blues, they are expected to start off strong with a very deadly attacking lineup led by the likes of Andrew Cox, Richard Lamb, and the deadly Mark Mulkitcher at number 16, who can hit the board regularly with his skill and speed inside that offensive slot. For the Blackhawks, they are lacking those key weapons. They have lost a few players in the off-season, hence their performance in round 1 showed that their depth in offence and in defence is a little bit lacking compared to what they had last year. But they've got some good young players to make up for their loss. And they can be at their best when you're least expected with this side that they have on paper. So this game is going to be an absolute cracker. Some of the players that you want to watch out for tonight for the Flyers Blue, first of all, you have got Campbell, and also Rob Hasselhurst wearing number 3. And as you see there on your screen, Josh Healy and also Mark Mulkitcher. Mark Mulkitcher was sensational for the Elk in the Summer League competition, which is in its grand final stages. Richie Lamb, the captain, Jordan Kairos, who is a massive hitter at the net, massive goal scorer for his side this season. Ben Brote, and of course Sam Wilson, Brett Jolly, and the Langle boys. Watch out for them in offence. The Blackhawks, an entirely new lineup. About 70% of their team has some new players. But you've got the likes of Cuthbert, Kazala, Sack, McCarlick, who are established within the team. You've got Zane Neal, Matty Whelan, Jordan Grover, their captain, Charlie Smart, who is tending the net tonight for the Blackhawks. But they would want an improved performance after the last game back in round 2 against the Flyers Orange, where they were overwhelmed and outscored in the end in the final 3 periods, losing 6-2. So they desperately need an improvement on their performance if they want to get the 2 points here tonight. But that's not the only bit of action that we have for you tonight here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Don't forget, at about 9 o'clock, we have the top of the table clash between the Vikings and the Flyers Orange. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But also, keep it logged in here on Front Row Screens for this match. It's an all-important one for both teams. The Flyers Blue in 3rd place with a tie and only 1 point on the board. But of course, with the bye from last week, and the Blackhawks with a negative goal difference of 3, still yet to register a point this season after going through to the grand final last year. Let us know where you're watching from, wherever it may be, whether it be in Western Australia, Australia, or around the world on our Front Row Screens live stream. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to see all the comments and hear your feedback on this game that will take place in just a matter of moments when the first puck drops here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Referees in position out on centre ice. And this game will be ready to go. What's going to be a key here? The Blues will look to address the issue of finishing up matches. They threw away a 3-1 lead in their last round. They just have to keep attacking when the game's on the line. Control the puck, control the tempo of play, and a win will come their way. For the Blackhawks, the defensive flaws were evident in that round 2 clash against the Flyers Orange just a couple of weeks ago. But also, their lack of offensive slot penetration. They need to gather more numbers inside that offensive slot. They were limited on scoreboard impact as a result. Watch out for the likes of Williams and Davidson to go deep into that offensive slot when the puck is in their territory. It'll be interesting to see how the Blackhawks, as you can see there on your screen, can regather after that loss. They've had a week's break like all of the teams. And they'll be rejuvenated and ready to go in hopes of bringing up their first win of the season in front of what is a really good crowd here tonight. The crowds have again been magnificent here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, and with crowd restrictions lifted as of tomorrow morning, we hope from round 4, at the Perth Ice Arena, and then the next time they come to Cockburn for round 5, that we're going to see an even bigger crowd. So shout out to all the people of WA that have helped get these crowd restrictions lifted by keeping safe and keeping vigilant for what has been a really crazy time in the world. Make no mistake about that. But the action goes on here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, and what a night it is certainly going to be. Starting things off, as you can see on your screen, we've got Liam Campbell for the Blackhawks, and it looks like it's going to be Andrew Cox that is going to start things off for the Flyers Orange. An important clash for both these sides in search of their first win of the season. A few last-minute line changes for the Flyers Orange. Jolly's coming off, Rob Hasselhurst is coming in, and also on the ice is Nurich. So it's going to be Campbell and Cox to start things off here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. 3rd versus 5th. First and second period of 20-minute intervals. We are underway. The puck has dropped, and it is go time for both these teams. Flyers Blue up against the Blackhawks. We're glad you could join us. The CD Dodd Perth Premier League live on front row screens. It is on the Flyers Blue defensive zone. They get it out of there to the Blackhawks. No icing call. Here is Langle. Whoa, nice little body check there. But it's still on the defensive wing for the Flyers Blue, but it went over the sideboards momentarily. We'll have a face-off on the neutral line on the offensive side of centre ice for the Blackhawks. In fact, no, it's going to be taken back. Be taken on the outer circle of our commentary position. Blues covering the slot in the tight formation there as the Blackhawks win another. Cox turned over. Pass from Hasselhurst. It was a hoist pass towards open ice on the defensive side. Cox in a 2-on-1 keeps it in front of him. That's good play by Cox. Healy, blind pass, looking to centre that puck towards Campbell, but Liam Campbell inflicts the turnover. And he's going to play it along the end boards now towards his captain in Grover. Good, nice passing there. It's out towards Chalaru. Keeps it in front. Oh, no, in fact, that's Tommy Sack, I would say. Kazala, open ice pass. Richie Lamb trying to keep it in front. Good body checking there by a couple of the Blackhawks, namely Williams. Tries to keep it in front. Hoist pass out towards the open ice of the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. Referee will call an icing there. We'll go all the way back to the Blackhawks attacking zone in this one. The crowd's starting to build up here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Second consecutive round of matches that they have here, and then from then on, it'll alternate between the PIA and the CIA and where games will be played, including the final series come September. Puck drops for another face-off, and again the Blackhawks getting the better of the Flyers Orange in that face-off, but Nurich with the defensive takeaway. Looks for the open ice pass along the wings. Chalaru under pressure. Going down low there is Charlie Smart. Good save inside the crease. Bracing himself for that impact. Deep in the low slot. And it'll be another stoppage. That's what the Blackhawks would want in the early minutes, to try and slow the tempo down of the Flyers Blue side. They are a fast-starting team. Bases being won. Here's Lamb. Tries to go for the slap shot from the corner point. Almost turned over, but he keeps it on the offensive zone. Woodman. Vice captain of the side. Keeps the puck in front of him. Good breakaway. He's got some speed as Woodman goes towards the offensive zone. Ricocheted off Jolly. From behind the goal line, Jolly again. Beautiful pass along the end boards. Out to Langle. Langle tries to keep it in front, but he's pressured by Woodman. Good defensive effort there by Woodman. Keeps it in front to McCarlick. Passes forward. Kazala. He was a threat in the Summer League. He continues to be for the Blackhawks inside that offensive zone. Tries to play it behind the goal line. Almost turned over. The puck trickles towards the defensive zone. The pass coming from Grover. Plays the puck to the end boards. Does Davidson. Cross ice towards the offensive slot, but to no avail. The turnover inflicted by Healy. Out wide, Kairos. Looking for the brace here from the corner. Forced to man it from behind the goal line. In fact, he lost it, but Coming in to support him is Cox from the corner point. Beautiful pass out there. Hasselhurst, cross ice to Kairos. Didn't get all of that one in. That was a big chance. Gone begging for Kairos there. From left corner point. Cox finds some space inside the slot. Cross ice looking there for Cox from the corner, and Cox gets the first on the board. Andrew Cox with the second chance tip in there. Gets the first on the board for the Blackhawks. They go 1-0. We've played almost 5 minutes on the CD Dodd scoreboard. We take it to the replay thanks to CD Dodd. As you see there, Hasselhurst, nice little hoist pass to Cox where he was able to find some space, penetrating the slot, tipped out of Smart's hands. And with the second chance tip in, bracing for the net, Cox was getting the first one on the board there for the Flyers Blue. And the reigning champions, they take an early lead, 1-0 on the CD Dodd scoreboard. We're back underway now. Woodman breaking away from the face-off. He shoots from the tip. Almost there from Campbell. It's a scramble inside the slot. Now the puck is really gripped in inside the crease by the net tender there, Stephen McCann. It's a really hard tussle. And in the end, McCann saves the bacon for the Flyers Blue. As we see on the replay, the effort from Woodman to break away from that face-off. There's a little bit more space in front of him. He should have kept the puck in front of him instead of going for the risky shot. Would have been a bigger chance for the Blackhawks to level up. But they've got it right where they want it, inside that offensive zone. Woodman again out the back of the face-off. Pushes it forward, Campbell, from behind the goal line to Lacasse. What's he going to do here? Lacasse, just lost possession of the puck there. Finding Mukija. What can he do? Mukija turned over, hoist pass, ricocheted there off Woodman. Woodman now up forward to Lacasse. He shoots. Good save to his right there, McCann. And now it's played to the sideboards. Davidson. Cross ice pass immediately turned over. Now the Blues are away. Open ice pass towards the offensive zone. Putting on the pressure there was Woodman. Good stick checking there out in front. Hip and shoulder going on behind the play there. But look at the breakaway from Woodman. He's providing a few headaches for the Flyers Blue. Keeps it in front of him, but had a little too much time with it. And Jeffries with the defensive takeaway. Open ice pass out towards the defensive zone for the Blues. Pinned to the end boards. Hard there was Nurich. And that allowed the Blackhawks to get into open space and get the puck only momentarily. Langle goes cross ice to the sideboards. Turned over, and with the defensive takeaway is Chris Shea. Open ice pass again intercepted. And on the defensive rebound go the Flyers Blue, and their captain Rich Lamb will set things up. Healy completely bypassing Kairos there. Turned over, Cox was in the right place at the right time. Williams keeps it in front of him on defensive ice. Now he's on the breakaway. He's got space in front of him. And no, it's offside. And that offside, I believe, is against Kazala. Kazala not too happy with that, as we see on the replay. And there he was, and making the call there, Jolly putting his hand up there. Referee's right on the spot. As we take you back live now, another face-off being won by the Blackhawks. They've got the better of these face-offs compared to the Flyers Blue at the moment. But unfortunately, it has not resulted in a score on the board. With 12.5 minutes still remaining, and it is still 1-0 for the champions. From behind the goal line, Healy, 1-on-1 with Grover. Well played by Healy, racing it in front of the stick. From behind the goal line, Kairos. Kairos, long slap shot from the corner point, but it's easily saved. Charlie Smart. Cox pinning Smart to the end boards quite hard there. From behind the goal line, here is Neal. Kairos looking for the backhander to the path of Cox. Cox, cross ice pass, Kairos. Hasselhurst, long slap shot, Smart with the save. Kairos taking his chance. Bouncing off the crossbar, and did it go in for a goal? I think it did. Yes, it did. And to Kairos' surprise, that is a double for the Flyers Blue. And in fact, no, it isn't. Thought it had gone into the net for a moment and it bounced off. But the referee saying no, as we see on the replay. Kairos thinking, what the hell just happened? And I'd have to say, he's a bit stiff on that one, because that would have doubled the Blues' advantage, 2-0. We take you back live now. Deep inside the slot, it was a 3-on-2 in the Blackhawks' favour. Davison pinned hard there by Langle. Oh no, that's Mukija. Davison was able to get the puck out of that congested situation. But the Flyers Blue have numbers inside that offensive zone. Nurich. And to his left, down low, Charlie Smart with a fine save. Still 1-0. We've played 9 minutes already. 5 shots on target to 3 in favour of the Flyers Blue. It's still even Stevenson at the part. Heavy hit shoulder there by Lamb. And now the Flyers Blue looking to do everything they can to keep the puck locked in. Good play by Davidson. Mukija. 1-on-1, getting very physical there with Shade, but Mukija fine effort to keep it in front of him. On the rebound, Jolly. Puck back to Nurich. Blackhawks doing everything they can. Jolly. Good pass out wide. Kairos out to Cox. Cox cross ice again. Hazelhurst. And Smart down low again, bracing himself for the impact and getting a good save. We see on the replay there, good setup out wide. Kairos out to Cox. Again went cross ice, found Healy it was. Slap shot with space inside the slot, but Charlie Smart bracing himself for the impact, making good save down low. Another face-off here. Flyers Blue able to preserve their advantage, but they've had more time in that offensive zone to the Blackhawks in the last 5 minutes. Kairos with a backhander, just to the right-hand crossbar. And the Blackhawks will rebound defensively. And on the breakaway, here's Chris Shade. Another Cass. Lacasse with a backhander pass. Campbell with the shot. And again, McCann under pressure, making the good save down low. Making that 5 shots on target for the Blackhawks. Replay coming up now. Lacasse, fine breakaway too. Backhander flick, trying to sucker the Flyers Blue into creating space inside that slot. That allowed Campbell to go for the shot. But the Blues can count themselves quite lucky in that. Kairos. Beautiful cross-ice pass. Tight 1-2 to Healy. Healy went for the backhander, but it was offside. This time against the Blackhawks. That's 2 in a row. Oh, it's the Blues, I should say. So the Flyers Blue have 1 offside against them, and the Blackhawks, they have an offside against them. No penalties thus far. Good standard first 12 minutes that we've had here at the Coburn Ice Arena. If you've just joined us, 1-0 with Andrew Cox scoring the first of the match. Some 5 minutes in, the Blackhawks doing everything they can. They've had the puck locked in inside that defensive zone for the last 10 minutes, but they've only been able to present a couple of opportunities, and here's another one. Grover. Cross-ice pass, Campbell, he shoots. Deep inside the slot, it's a scramble for it, but McCann again winning that one out with a good save inside the crease. Don't rule out their desperation. The Blackhawks are doing everything they can to level up, as we see on the replay. Sack went cross-ice to Campbell. And out the back, the edge of the slot, another slap shot coming in, Tomek Sack. Couldn't get that one to convert. Grover going over the top with a hard open ice slap shot. 1-on-1, Jolly gets through Williams there. That's good play, but he's under pressure from Cuthbert behind the goal line. Open ice pass out towards right-hand corner point. Grover. Neal from Grover. Jolly 1-on-1 with Lacasse. Getting pinned to the end boards there is Lacasse. And now Cuthbert. Cuthbert proved to be a prime forward for much of that season last year. Set up off the back of McCann. No! McCann was able to hang on to that one. 3 opportunities they've had now in the last minute or so of the Blackhawks. But the Flyers Blue every time, stopping them in their tracks, as we see another replay coming your way. Shade from the corner point. McCann was able to hang on to that one only just. Back live now. 6.5 minutes to go in this opening period. 1-0 is the score, as there is an open ice pass out towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. No icing call. Referees say, get on with it, please. McCarlick keeps it in front. The pass out there to Williams. On the sideboards, rebounding off it is Cuthbert. But pressurised there from Nurich. The Flyers Blue have approached this first period controlling the tempo their way. They've played it more quickly while the Blackhawks have done everything they can to slow things down. They've only conceded 1 goal, but they can be lucky that they haven't conceded 2 or 3. Having said that, the Blacks have had opportunities of their own to try and even things up with the Blues in this first period. Woodman getting the pass out to the end boards. They're going to play it along the wings here. Chalaru, is he tripped up? Ref saying no. But look at that out the back. Kairos getting the puck in front of him. Didn't get all of that one in. Smart almost conceding that one inside the crease. But a very lucky strike there for the Blackhawks as it was an open ice pass from the Blackhawks defence, and it will be ruled as an icing call. Replay hopefully coming up. But that was a fine play too from the Blackhawks. It was well executed, but that icing call, a little bit unfortunate. Flyers Blue this time have the face-off. Slap shot by Cox to no avail. Davison this time goes only as far as a couple of Flyers Blue players who are manning it inside that defensive zone. Hasselhurst goes cross ice, Kairos in front. But Woodman had the better of it. Cross ice, Kairos with the turnover. He's got the offensive rebound. Kairos to the left-hand side of the crossbar. They're scrambling for it inside the slot. Hasselhurst to Kairos, but there is a call by the referees. There's interference. And I think that is going to be against Kairos, yes. We'll have a look here. Cox manning it from behind the goal line, trying to play it to the centre. Kairos, there he goes. And as soon as the shot was made, the referee made the call. And it will be a face-off. Going to be on the neutral line on the offensive side of centre with 4 minutes of play remaining in this opening period now. Round 3 CD Dodd Perth Premier League action. Another great match coming your way at about 9 o'clock. We've got the top of the table clash between the Vikings and the Flyers Orange. But here it's the Blues, the reigning champs, leading 1-0 against the grand finalists. Whoa! Well, getting on the receiving end of that one there was Tomek Sak, but they go on with it. Cross ice pass, Kairos along the wings, loses control, but is ably supported by Cox, but couldn't control it enough. Lacasse, he's on the breakaway. He's got some space inside the slot. What can he do? It's a 3-on-1 situation. Out the back, Campbell couldn't control. And they're forced to play it out to the goal line. But now they've got a chance, Lacasse. But he was second to it. Cox with the backhand. And now Lacasse, another defensive turnover. Only 3 minutes remaining. Sak, beautiful pass out to Campbell, shoots just above the crossbar, gets collared there by Jolly as soon as he took the shot. And now it's on the sideboards along the wings now. Kairos losing that one in a moment. And now the Blues can play it along the inner wing. Keeley to Kairos. Now Jolly gets it above the crossbar. Had plenty of zing, but a little too much zang. Open ice hit towards the defensive zone for the Blues. And it'll be another icing call, right where the Blues will want it. If you're just joining us for the first time, 1-0 to the Flyers Blue. In what is a very crucial game for both these sides, who are exchanging for third place on the ladder with the Blues on 1 point. The Blackhawks yet to score. It's on the defensive zone for the Blues. Mukija plays it down the wings, but it's turned over this time, and it is Woodman, who's had plenty of it. Now with a gentle pass to Williams. But look at the forward press that the Flyers Blue are exhibiting at the moment, forcing the Blackhawks to push it behind the goal line. That's good defence by the Blues. The Blackhawks having to get it out along the wings, and the referees will wave off the icing call. Under 2 minutes remaining, 9-6 in the shots on target, and that's in favour of the Blackhawks. Woodman again, nice little backhander there to Williams. Williams forced to go wide. Campbell is trying very hard. Cross-ice pass. Just off the back of the net there. Campbell's trying very hard, but going down low. It's a scramble for it. 1-on-1. Williams out the back, forced to let it go to Grover. Williams trying to go back to corner point. Shea. Cross-ice pass, not executed there by Sack, who was on the receiving end. Now it's a 2-on-1. Sack goes down. And it's going to be a call against him, I'd reckon. Yes. Looked like a bit of hooking there. That is against Lamb, the captain. See a replay here. Off the back, they were playing it out wide, the Blackhawks. And there's some legal interference there with the stick. And it looks as though, yes, it's going to be some time in the penalty box for Richie Lamb. So this will be the first of the Shutterguard power plays tonight. And that is against the Blues. So this is a big chance for the Blackhawks because they'll have an extra man on the ice, 5-on-4 in the first of this power play. They'll have it for the next 30 seconds and the first minute and a half of the second period that is coming up. Open ice pass. The Blackhawks wanting to make most of that extra man advantage. Great play by Woodman. He's on the breakaway now. From the corner, he's forced to man it behind the goal line. Bumped to the end boards, but he keeps it in front. He's going to go to the Sack direction on the centre section. Scores! That is a great response for the Blackhawks, just where they needed it. And it's going to be right on the first period buzzer. A telling goal for Tomek Sack to level the scores for the Blackhawks. They had more of the shots on target as we see a replay here. In that last few minutes of that opening period, a beautiful slap shot from centre point by Sack to level the scores at the end of the first period. It is 1-1 here at the Cockburn Ice Arena between the Flyers Blue and the Blackhawks. Don't go anywhere. Second period action coming up short.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena as we show you some CD Dot highlights of what was an enthralling first period, and it is 1-1 between the Flyers Blue and the Blackhawks in this clash for third place on the ladder. Hey, if you ever get some time, go onto our Perth Premier League Facebook page and go onto Facebook, search up Perth Premier League and give it a like. We're close to 400 likes on our Facebook page. We post our live streams, also some great content promoting the matches and also our round highlights as well. So give it a like on facebook.com/Perth Premier League. It's all thanks to CD Dot, of course. It was a first period where momentum fluctuated between the two sides. It was all the Flyers Blue in the opening 10 minutes. But in the final 10 minutes, it was the Blackhawks that swung the momentum back. They tightened up their possession. They enforced the pressure inside that offensive zone. But the way they broke from defence into attack with players like Woodman, Cuthbert and even Lacasse getting some good use of the puck in those final few minutes got the Blackhawks back in that contest. And it was further proven with that late Tomek Sack goal in the final seconds. So we're in for an interesting second period, and we're about to take you live now. Back onto centre ice for the beginning of this second period. 1-1 is the score. The Blackhawks even things out on the shots on target, 12-8. Should be an interesting second period coming up. We're underway. The puck is dropped. And Hasselhurst will take first clear possession of that puck. Goes with a pass, trying to penetrate the slot, but it's well played in the end by Grover, the captain of the Blackhawks side. Plays it to the end boards now to find Liam Campbell, but he's going directly to a 2-on-1 situation there, opening up some space towards Kairos for the Blues. And now Healy. Cox pushes the puck back. Hasselhurst looking to open up space now. Hasselhurst inside, and it's a good save down low. That was Charlie Smart making the save there. Blackhawks were able to even things out in those last few minutes with some great passing from defence into attack. They were able to improve their use of the puck in the final 10 minutes. And that's where they owe themselves that momentum swing late in that first period. As the puck drops again, Hasselhurst drives it back to that defensive ice territory. He gets it back. He just kept skating unchecked. Healy out to Hasselhurst. Blind pass turned over. He was in favour there of Chris Shade for the Blackhawks, and now the Blues again with that forward press, forcing the pressure on the Blackhawks to concede some space inside the slot. They don't want to go offside. They have done so a couple of times. It's back to 5-on-5 action in the meantime because the Blackhawks did score that penalty goal right on the buzzer. Kairos cross ice. He was looking there for Healy, but it was a blind pass, turned over again. Here's Kazala. Plays it along the sideboards. Good pass out to Cuthbert into a 2-on-1, but gets stopped in his tracks by 3 Blues in the end, and an open ice pass towards the attacking zone for the Blues. That'll be an icing call. We're glad you could join us live on this Friday night here in the Wild Wild West, the best state in the country, make no mistake about that. Another electrifying crowd that we have here tonight here at the Coburn Ice Arena. They always turn it on a Friday night. And these fans, but also viewing at home as well, anywhere around Western Australia and around the world on our Facebook live stream. And of course, not only on our Front Row Screens page, but also on the Perth Premier League Facebook page. Give us a like and a shout out too. We gratefully appreciate it. The competition only getting better and better as the Blues have it back in that offensive zone. Cross-ice pass was in the path of Bukidja, but the greater slot coverage allowed the Blackhawks to turn that one over. Shade with an open ice pass. But coming up to meet it there was Richie Lamb, who plays it along the end boards now. Nice little backhand, stopping the puck, allowing the Flyers Blue to regather their numbers, but only as far as Lacasse. He's had a few good moments in that defensive zone, and now he's going to transfer the puck on offense. From the corner, off the crossbar, doesn't get the rebound that he's after. Nurich plays it to the sideboards. At the back, slot coverage pretty even there at the moment. Lamb, turned over again, Davidson. Now Jolly for the Blues. Lacasse again from behind the goal line. Almost gets collared from behind the goal line and gets one back there on Anthony Nurich. Nurich, nice little pass out there. Langle combining with Nurich. Nurich playing out wide, gets tripped up there by Chalaru. I'd have to say the referee was spot on in making that decision. Chalaru clearly responsible, tripping him up there. As we see on the CD dot replay, the Blues are able to send it back into attack. Nurich forced to go out wide, and there Chalaru just holding on there to Nurich's jumper. And that is going to be an immediate trip to the penalty box for him, I'm afraid. And this time the Blues will be favoured by that 5-on-4 advantage in the next of our Shutterguard power plays. We thank Shutterguard for coming on board for the Premier League competition this season, supporting the power plays. So 5-on-4 in favour of the Blues. They'll want to make the most of the extra man they've got on ice and return the favour by scoring a power play goal of their own. Jolly didn't have a lot of options until he went to Kairos. Cross-ice pass to the outer wing. Cox. Hasselhurst fakes the slap shot. Again, they're slowing things down at the moment. And now the Flyers Blue just slowing things down at the moment. They don't want to take any undue risk, except for that slap shot. Kairos almost got the tip in deep inside. But he gets another chance. Another offensive rebound here for the Blues. This is what they want to do. Take advantage of that loose man inside the offensive slot. Cox penetrating some space down low. Getting it back now is Cox from Lamb, the captain. Cox from straight point. What a shot, Andrew Cox. Another power play goal in this game. This time it goes the Blues' way, and Cox a double for the vice-captain. He's in top form tonight, as we see on the replay coming up. And what they did was they controlled the tempo of the puck brilliantly. They did not take any undue risk. But as you can see here, Cox just took it on, went right to centre point. Fine slap shot from way out yonder. And Andrew Cox with a double for himself to take back the lead for the reigning champions. 2-1 with 14 and a half minutes to go. CD scoreboard. This Perth Premier League matchup in round 3. Players refreshed coming back from the Easter break. And at the moment, this game's certainly proving to be very tight between the two sides. Power play goal now gets the sides back to 5-on-5. Lamb, oh, collared there by Grover. The play goes on. Cross-ice pass, a blind pass. They've hit a couple of those, the Blackhawks, inside that defensive zone in the early stages of the first period, and in the second, as another icing call has been made. But in the last 10 minutes, the Blackhawks recover the momentum and level things up, as we saw in that opening period. But now, as is the habit, the Blues rebounding and getting a second goal in from Cox from centre point, taking back the lead for the Blues in this matchup between last year's grand finalists. Along the wings now, and it looks like there was a bit of slash. And that looked to be against Grover, I think, yes. Captain of the Blackhawks. Is it going to result in a penalty? I don't think so. We see here on the replay, puck being played along the wings, and yes, right on the spot there, just below our camera position. Our cameraman getting some great shots, as always. Trying to go for the tip in there with Shade. And now the Blackhawks have got it in their offensive zone. They too don't want to take any necessary risks and control the tempo their way. Because at the moment, I'd have to say, advantage, not only on the scoreboard, but in tempo and control of the game, is with the Blues at the moment. Slap shot from right point. Now Sack. We've got that goal to level the scores. Lacasse deep in the slot, almost bracing for a shot. The puck back on centre ice now. No icing call. The referee will wave it off. Smart. Plays it to the end boards now. He's in trouble. Kairos. Oh, to the right-hand crossbar, almost doubling the advantage. Open ice pass towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks. Icing call will be made. Back on the offensive zone for the Blues. So wanting to double their advantage here. Lamb and Healy combining to get the puck released from that face-off. Cox. In top form tonight with a double. Didn't even hit the scoreboard in that round 1 appearance some weeks ago. Now the Blackhawks have got a little breakaway going there. This is Lacasse. Lacasse shoots off the crossbar. Looking for the rebound there with Shade. And down low McCann inside the crease. Good save. Another chance going begging for the Blackhawks. This is where they want to excel and improve in their possession of the puck, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Off the crossbar. Opportunity for a rebound there. That was Campbell, in fact. Looking for that second chance. Tip in. Just couldn't get it off in time. So unlucky for the Blackhawks. Of course, the Flyers blue led by Bruce Ross, the coach. And Jason McMahon, the coach for the Blackhawks. Healy off the face-off. He's got a breakaway going. Kairos cross ice. Couldn't execute on that tip there. Cox looking for the hat-trick. Down low, Charlie Smart. No pun intended, a smart save. Knew where the puck was travelling from that slap shot being made by Kairos, who didn't get all of that one in, as you see on the CD Dodd replay. Cross ice from Cox. Going towards the net. Kairos this time goes high, and that one just ricocheted there off Jamie Woodman as we cross back live. It hit the net above the scoreboard. And we'll have ourselves another face-off in exactly the same area. Of course, first and second periods, 20 minutes continuous time. And remember, the third period, 15 minutes with stoppage time as well. Healy out the back. Kairos has got some space inside the slot, but elects not to take the risk. Hustlehurst out wide for the tip-in. Cox almost with the hat-trick. To the sideboards, the puck goes. Davidson goes only as far there as Lamb and Nurich. Hasselhurst on the defensive rebound and now takes it away towards the defensive zone for the Blues. Kairos to the centre. Breaking away now, is forced to push back. That's good slot coverage by the Blackhawks. Kairos from long range. And Nurich and Mukija couldn't get that second chance tip in time as Smart makes another nice low save inside the crease. We've got a great crowd here at the Cockburn Ice Arena as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Kairos, Mukija from Kairos in corner point. Get back live now. Another great crowd here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. They really love their ice hockey here in the southern suburbs of Perth. Lamb almost floored there in the end. Off the crossbar. Lamb playing it behind the goal line now. Here's Mukija combining there with Jeffries, who's been particularly quiet in these first couple of periods here as Jolly bounces it off the offensive zone. Mukija and Lamb. And again, it's an open ice pass behind the goal line. Neal to Whelan, who hasn't had a lot of minutes on the ice in this game thus far. Jolly playing it to the sideboards. Almost stick check there by Whelan. Open ice pass towards the defensive zone. Waved off. Referees say, get on with it. 1-on-1. Good play by Mukija. Good body check. Centering pass, but it's turned over. Whelan finds some space. He's on the breakaway. Doesn't have a lot of targets to go to. The Blackhawks needing to push forward and push forward quickly. That's why Whelan had to go behind the goal line. Grover. Does he go for the slap shot? No, he doesn't. He's looking to build some space inside the slot. Back to Whelan, who was unchecked. Players slipping and sliding left, right and centre. Whelan from defensive ice. And the Blackhawks releasing the pressure now. Here's Neal. Being forced to go back now. Good pressure there by Kairos and Langle. Langle turned over. That's fine defence there. Kairos looking for the tip in. Inside the slot, but to no avail. Blackhawks counting their lucky stars at the moment. They have not conceded 2 goals in any period so far in this match. Lacasse. He's been a threat. Pushes it with the backhand, but only as far as Andrew Cox. Had a terrific game thus far. Beautiful cross-ice pass to Jolly. Wrist shot, just to the right-hand crossbar. Kairos, upended there. We don't want to have any fists flying there. Hasselhurst right in front of the commentary position, almost flooring Lacasse. Cross-ice pass out to Grover, scrambling for it inside the slot, but a little too much zing to the zang there, and it goes off the net above the net. And we will have ourselves a face-off by the outer circle of our commentary position here. So far, an entertaining contest. 2-1 the scoreline in favour of the Blues. If you're just joining us for the first time, no doubt the contest has been very exciting indeed. Turnover being conceded there by the Blues. It's got Grover written all over it. High pass, almost over the bench. Cross ice, the puck goes. The Blackhawks looking to get possession in, but some hooking ruled by the referee. And I think that is against the Blues. Yes, that's against Healy. And it'll be a penalty. Yes, this will be the 3rd time the power play will be in effect. And this time it is against the Blues. Their 2nd time up. And the Shutterguard power play will be in effect again. This will be a vital power play for the Blackhawks to see if they can level things up. They score off the last at the end of the first period through Tomek Sak. Can they do it again? They can get it. It'll be a nice little form guide that the Blackhawks will be with, that they are a good team under the power play situation. Flyers Blue doing everything they can to slow the tempo down and chew the clock up as McCann makes another good save low inside the crease. 2-1 the scoreline, 5.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Perth Premier League action really heating up in the early going. Cuthbert from the back, and now Grover, the skipper. Grover keeps it in front of him. That's a good effort by Grover. Bracing for the pass. Now behind the goal line. He's got Sak there in support. That's where he goes to, and now to Woodman. Woodman inside the slot. It's now a scramble for it, but the Flyers Blue release the pressure. Grover, he's wanting it now, but he gets ignored by Sak. And now Lacasse, 2-on-1 in that situation. Woodman pushes it along the end boards now, finding Davidson. Turned over, here's Cox. He's got Kairos there, looking for the hoist pass, and in fact it went over the bench. A mistimed pass there, and that'll go the way of the Blues. Inside the neutral line on the offensive side of centre. The clock will continue to run. And this will be a good chew-up if they can. This will be a good passage if the Flyers Blue can kill off this penalty and not concede another power play goal. Blackhawks win the face-off, however. Lamb in front, hoist pass. Goes into open ice on the defensive zone. No icing call. Smart is able to push that one in front and find the captain in Grover. Doesn't have a lot of options. He finds one open. A little too much power on that pass. That allowed Langle or Mukija to defect the turnover. It was Mukija, but it's an icing call. But the Flyers Blue will be satisfied with that outcome, though, because the clock will chew up and the Flyers Blue will kill off this penalty and it'll be back to 5-on-5. That is fine defence by the Flyers Blue. Face-off back on centre ice now. Jolly. Playing it with the skates there is Jolly, but down in front there, here comes Kazala. Oh, very lucky there. Kazala pushes it out. Neal, hoist shot from the crossbar, bounces off. On defensive ice, we've got just about 3 minutes to go in this second period. Any goal here will be crucial for the momentum of this game. Campbell. Turned over Nurich. Goes on the breakaway towards offensive ice. Tightly controlled there by Kairos. He's now under pressure, 2-on-1. He's got Lamb if he wants him. Kairos from the corner. And just to the right-hand side, it's off the net. That'll be a face-off. 2-1, the scoreline. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, big setup by Nurich. He went cross-ice to open up space on the left-hand side. Kairos just couldn't control it completely enough, but was able to gather himself and open up the space from the corner. Just had a little too much oomph in that shot. The Blackhawks lucky not to concede that one. Open ice covered off by Hasselhurst. Good 180 by Hasselhurst. Long direct pass penetrating the offensive zone, looking for Cox. And it looks like there was a bit of hooking there. Referee spot on with that call. Luckily, will it be a penalty call as we see on the CD Dodd replay? This will give you another view of the action. And yes, there was a little bit in there. Back live now. Whoa, floored there, Healy. I know that was Neal, I should say. Floored by Healy. Cox pushes it back. Hasselhurst now. Nice direct pass to Healy on the offensive zone. Does he take the risk? Bobbles it out to Cox. Cox shoots from the left-hand side. Smart with a second chance. Good save by Charlie Smart. They can keep with these defensive stops here. The Blackhawks, they will go into this third period right in this contest. The Flyers Blue had more shots on target. Well, less shots on target, I should say, compared to the Blackhawks. 16-18 in this second period now. As we're inside the last minute and a bit of the second period now. Sack. Davidson now gets it to Lacasse. Lacasse from the corner. His shot just veering to the left-hand crossbar there. Big chance now for the Blues. Cox. Ooh, was he tripped up there by Woodman? Referees say no. Less than a minute to go. A vital passage coming up for both sides. Blind pass covered off by Hasselhurst. Great defensive takeaway there by Hasselhurst. He finds some space on the outer slot. He shoots. Clutched in the crease by Smart. The Blackhawks would want to chew up as much time as they can. Because we see on the CD Dodd replay, good takeaway by Hasselhurst. And he had the composure to keep the puck in front of him and penetrate the space on the offensive zone. The shot, unfortunately for him, stopped in his tracks by Smart. And we're inside the last 20 seconds. Open ice pass. Will there be an icing call? Yes, it will. That open ice pass coming there from Chalaru. And that'll be the end of the second period. Only one goal being scored. It's been a real defensive struggle in this matchup here at the Coburn Ice Arena. 2-1 the score in favour of the Flyers Blue. 19-17 shots on target in favour of the Blackhawks. Still pretty even despite the advantage being in favour of the reigning champions. We'll take a break. When we do come back, all the third period action for what has been a scintillating struggle between last year's grand finalists here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Back with more in a moment.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena. 2 periods down, 1 to go in what has been a very tight tussle between last year's grand finalists, the Flyers Blue, and the Blackhawks. Goals being scored. Cox is the only goal scorer for the Flyers Blue. He's netted a double. And the only goal scorer for the Blackhawks has been Tomek Sak, who scored late in that first period. As we show some highlights, thanks to CD Dot of that second period. Again, it was a tussle for clean possession of the puck. And there were plenty of chances for both sides inside that offensive slot. Only one was able to execute cleanly, and that was Andrew Cox from centre point, who scored the only goal of that second period. For the Blackhawks, well, it's going to be all about how they can deliver inside the slot. They've got to improve their slot coverage, get more numbers inside that offensive zone, and go cross-ice a little bit more. They haven't been going cross-ice to sucker the Flyers Blue in and creating some space inside the slot. The Flyers Blue have been doing that much more compared to the Blackhawks. So it's a game of tactics at the moment, as you would expect when it's really tight and not a lot of goals have been scored. We're about to take you live in just a moment here at the Cockburn Ice Arena for the start of the last period here after this short little intermission. And the Flyers Blue, they want to control the tempo, as do the Blackhawks. It has been a game of tactics and tempo of how they've dictated the terms of this game. Still even Stevens, 19-17 shots on target, as a matter of fact, in favour of the Blackhawks. Now remember, this third period is 15 minutes, but stoppage time, because the clock will stop at every stoppage of play. As we take you back live now, the Cockburn Ice Arena, scintillating last period coming up. The first clash of our doubleheader tonight here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. It has been nothing short of a brilliant game between last year's grand finalists. The Blackhawks looking for a matter of redemption. Puck drops and we are underway. The Flyers Blue looking to repeat their grand final victory from last October. Hasselhurst mans the puck from inside the defensive zone. Plays it to the wings, finding Healy, but it's turned over right away by Lacasse. He's had a brilliant game thus far for the Blackhawks. He gets it back now on the outer wing. Shot from the corner. McCann tipping that one in front. It goes back towards the neutral line. Goes for the slap shot there, did Woodman, and went right into the path of Kairos. Woodman finds some space. He too has been excellent. Went cross ice to look for some space inside the slot, but it was covered off there by Kairos. Now he's on. Cox. Just off Smart's gloves there. He got some height on that save too. Healy. Healy. That one ricocheted there off Shade. Hasselhurst now bobbles it out, but it's only as far as Woodman. Woodman inflicting the turnover. Will he go cross ice to the path of Lacasse? No, because he was pinned to the end boards there by Hasselhurst. And now the Blues can inflict another turnover again. Campbell. Oh, he had a fresh area there. Kairos now with a defensive rebound. Kairos deep inside the slot. He shoots off the crossbar and into the net. Wow, that's a big chance gone begging for the Blues to double their advantage now. Kairos not particularly happy there. But that is a big chance, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. A little bit of scrappiness going on inside that offensive zone. Kairos turning it over, able to capitalise with a nice offensive breakaway. But the shot just to the left-hand side. Back live now with the next puck drop. Jolly. Mukija. Being forced out back now. Here's Grover. The skipper for Grover. Nice offensive breakaway from the edge. And his wrist shot just to the left-hand side once again. So that's another chance right away for the Blackhawks. Both teams wanting to capitalise on their chances at this stage. Williams, vice-captain of this side. Williams plays it to the edge of the slot, looking to tempt the Flyers blue into following. But to no avail. Cuthbert keeps it behind the goal line. Now releases the puck out to Shade. Shade looking for Grover. What can he do? Shade's forced to push that one back. He's under pressure now from Jolly. That's fine play too. Releases Sack. Cross ice now turned over with the Flyers blue having space on that defensive slot to go for the defensive rebound. Good positioning there by Grover, but it allowed a turnover to come in from Langle. Langle almost got it back. Now he does. Grover. Out wide there to Whelan. Referee signalling for the hand up, but waving off the penalty now. Advantage is paid. Jolly finding Healy on the outer wing. Beautiful pass finding Kairos, who was in space. Kairos from the corner. Rebound. Healy in the slot. Does it go down? No, it's Smart who makes the save. Man, he really rides those pressure situations, does Charlie Smart. Braces himself for the shot that is coming his way. He's always prepared for it in the vicinity of the net. And has made some very crucial saves when the Flyers blue have had many chances in the last two periods. 12.5 minutes to go in this matchup. CD Dodd scoreboard 2-1 is the scoreline. The only goals being scored for the Flyers blue, Cox. And for the Blackhawks, Tomek Sack in the only goal scorer. Kairos, he shoots from deep in the corner. And again, Smart with a good save, and a nice little round of applause from one of the little kids that are here among the bleachers here at the Coburn Ice Arena. Another great atmosphere it is here tonight. And as you can see, people standing by the plexiglass over there, seeing all the action from out front. So it'd be Cox and Neal. Cox in the face-off. Kairos pushes it out back. Hazelhurst with space on the corner. Scrambling for a 3-on-2 inside the slot now. Well recovered in the end by Chalaru. And now the Blackhawks on the breakaway here through Sack. Cross-ice, beautiful cross-ice pass, finding there Lacasse from the corner off the crossbar. And now Healy on the outer wing. Oh, almost lost control there. Forced to let it go. 2-on-2, the Blackhawks have the numbers. And now they're clear in towards the middle of centre ice. Waiting out the back there for the Blues, however, is Hazelhurst, and he turns it over. Healy, great pass there, out to Kairos. Oh, gets collared in the end there by Tomek Sack. And the referee is stating that there was some interference, yes. And I think that is going to be against the Blackhawks this time, as we see on the replay. Kairos in the best vicinity and got collared from behind by one of the Blackhawks, and it was Tomek Sack, and he's going to be sent to the penalty box immediately. So another Shutterguard power play against the Blackhawks, this time in effect. And this will be a vital power play for the Blues to potentially sew up this game if they keep going the way they have. They've spent more time inside that offensive zone in the first 4 or 5 minutes of this last period. So the power play now in effect, 5-on-4. Out wide, Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst, gentle pass to Cox. Hazelhurst gets it back, dummied the slap shot. Forces it back. Jolly with space from the corner. Jolly slap shot. Just ricocheted there off Woodman. Cox combining with Kairos. Cox loses control. Campbell trying very hard, releasing Woodman. And now Woodman will play from behind the goal line in the defensive slot. That is risky territory because it's a 2-on-1 now. You've got Healy and Kairos in front of you, but that was smart with an open ice pass, releasing the pressure from the Blackhawks, but it was 3 inside that defensive zone, and the Blues with the turnover. They've got Healy there looking to capitalise, no offside. Healy from the corner, pushes it back, finding Kairos. Hasselhurst from the deep of the corner with the wrist shot towards the net, and down low, Charlie Smart with another fine save. 1 minute still to go in this Shuttleguard power play, the fourth of this game thus far. What can the Flyers Blue do to sew up this advantage that they have got on the scoreboard? CD.scoreboard reads 2-1 with just 10.5 minutes to go. It's been a cracking contest, make no mistake about it. Kairos, beautiful backhander to Hasselhurst. And look at the space Jolly has got. He can penetrate the slot and go for the shot. He elects not to. Cox from the back, looking for the triangle formation. Falcon there on Smart there. It's a scramble for it with a 3-on-1. And Smart down low with the save, and a little bit of bickering between the two. But it's all in comical banter after all, as we see on the CD replay. The triangle set up there from Cox. Healy deep in the slot, had the vicinity to go for the slap shot, but down low Smart, bracing for the impact and making a good save down low. Both teams still searching for their first win of this year's competition. The 5-team competition of 23 rounds, and the top 4 going through to the final series come September. Woodman from defensive ice, just manning it steadily, not wanting to take any undue risks. The penalty will expire very soon for the Blackhawks. They've done very well in killing this penalty off, should they be able to in the next 8 seconds. Jolly from the cross-ice pass, gets it back to Cox, opens it up, Mukija losing control, penalty's been killed off. Back to full strength to the Blackhawks, 5-on-5 once again. We've got 9.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. 2-1 the scoreline, no addition to the board has been added thus far. Mukija, he has a chance now to break the dark, but the chance butchered in the end through some great defence by Nathan Lacasse. And the save too by Charlie Smart. 26-21 shots on target at this stage. The Flyers Blue have had more time in that offensive zone as the Blackhawks, as we see there on the replay. Again, Smart, he also saves down low. That's where he specialises it at. While positioned as the net sender, Mukija. The shot from the outside. Hoist pass, goes nowhere. Jolly, he was Lairising there. That's going to allow Lacasse from the slot. Doesn't get all of it in. Sack out the back. Just a little too late on that occasion. You'd have to say Jolly was quite lucky there that that little slip-up in concentration did not concede a goal. Sometimes you've got to make those little moments count. As we see on the replay, Jolly was signalling for it, came off the skates and didn't know where it had gone for a moment there. And that allowed Lacasse to swoop in and steal the puck and almost level the scores. Blackhawks now have another chance through Sack, who got it from Turalu. To the end boards they go. Nice physicality there shown by Sack, but Hasselhurst thought better of it. Good tight passing here in this passage. Healy backhanded to Kairos. That was fine play from Kairos and Healy. Kairos couldn't set that one up himself. Very lucky there for the Blackhawks. Hasselhurst again, manning the puck steadily out the back. A real tussle in this third and final period. No goal being added to the CD Dodd scoreboard thus far. One goal could determine the fate in this game for either side. Will the Blackhawks score another and force another tie? Or will the Flyers Blue seal the deal and get their third? Momentum very even at the moment. Kairos sways to the side. Out towards the centre of the fine play for Kairos. He shoots, and again, down low, Charlie Smart with the save under pressure. Not only the players are tense on the ice, but the fans tense as well, as we see on the replay. Nice shimmy there from Kairos. Little shake and bake there. Going through the legs there. No wonder he is a smooth operator with the puck in front of him. But just couldn't finish it off. Hasselhurst from corner point again with the shot, but again, Charlie Smart. He's like a brick wall out there at the moment. Another face-off will be run. Blackhawks intensifying their slot coverage. Jolly trying to go cross-ice, but he might pay the price. He's Whelan. Can he go cross-ice to Neal? He does, but brilliantly stopped by Jolly, making up for his earlier mistake. And now Jolly will play it from defensive ice now with 7.5 minutes to go in this matchup. 30-23 shots on target in favour of the Blues. It's on now for these last 7.5 minutes. It is all on the line. The puck now played along the defensive wings. A hoist pass to the advantage of Healy. Fine play by Healy. Cross ice, Kairos. Oh, going down low. Nasty collision. And flying in there was Matty Whelan on Kairos, but an accidental one. And nice sportsman embrace there. That's what we like to see. But I don't think it'll save Kairos from the penalty box. So I'd have to say, I would think Kairos would be a little bit stiff there because Kairos did slip and it was accidental. I'd have to say, so from my point of view, I'd have to say Kairos would be a little bit stiff there, but he's going to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box nonetheless. As we see on the CD dot replay, Kairos losing his skates there. He just lost control there and he had nowhere to go. Whelan had nowhere to go as well. I'd have to say, I don't think that penalty call was warranted, not to be harsh here, but nonetheless, the game will go on. These next 2 minutes are vital for the Blackhawks. They scored a penalty goal in the first. They weren't able to back it up in the second. But now this is their chance. The Flyers Blue, they defended well in their last penalty. And now it is the turn of the Blues to feel the heat. Woodman pushes it out back. Sack in front of the bench. Sack, what can he do? He's got Woodman at the middle point, right on his own. But he's also got Scott Hiller, who's coming off. Grover! Slap shot from deep in the slot, just off McCann's gloves. And now the pressure's really intensifying now. Woodman from the attacking wings. Is he going to take any undue risks? No, he pushes it forward towards the goal line. Lacasse getting it back. Sack rebounding. Now gets it back to Lacasse. Situation here getting very tense at the moment. Slap shot from Sack. Oh, McCann with a fantastic save. Out to his left. Good God almighty. He was under plenty of pressure as we're about to go to a replay. That has to be the save of the night. Thus far, as we see here, Blackhawks slowing things down, playing the puck steadily. Open ice pass to Tomek Sack with a fine slap shot. Got plenty of power on it. Down low, McCann with a marvellous save. That is definitely the save of the night. Finding some space. Lacasse, slap shot. Just ricocheted there off Cox. And went into the net above. And we'll have ourselves another face-off. And another replay coming up thanks to CD Dot. We see here cross ice to the territory of the Blackhawks offensive zone. Lacasse getting plenty of it, but just ricocheted there off Jolly. Blackhawks with another chance. Less than 6 minutes to go. Neal goes cross ice now, finding Grover. Oh, lost control a bit there. That could cost them. Healy keeps the puck in front, inside the offensive slot. But the penalty is being called. And that is a hook. I think that's a hook against Healy by the looks of things, yes. Kairos still has 30 seconds to go in this penalty, as we see here on the replay. Healy, well, I'd have to say yes, as we saw there. That was a hook. As far as the light of day, luckily, the Flyers Blue are not restricted to a further player. In fact, it's against number 4, Campbell, for the Blackhawks, yes. So it's now 4-on-4 for the next 30 seconds. Hazelhurst, he shoots. Smart pushes it out in front. 4-on-4 now for the next 30 seconds. Kazala, he shoots. McCann almost bobbled out of his hands there. Referees waving their hands up, signalling a penalty, and it is. And it's another hook. And I think that'll be another player in the penalty box as well. Who's it going to be? It's going to be, I think, Williams. Or is it? No, it's Richie Lamb. As we see here on the replay, it was Lamb who was responsible, hooking the stick down low. So it'll be 4-on-3. With 5.5 minutes to go. My goodness, this game getting very tense at the moment. Who's going to emerge out of this power play situation the better? Hazelhurst with a 5-on-3 situation. Almost bobbled out there, turned over in the end by Woodman. Sack. He comes up to meet it. Kairos, his penalty time has expired. It's now back to 4-on-4. Woodman. Woodman keeping it out in front. This is a good breakaway from Woodman. Can he execute? No, he's forced to go behind the goal line. Will he take the risk? Nice 180 from Woodman. Finds some space inside the slot. Ricochet there. Almost tripped up there. Referee say play on. Grover. Bobbled out. Jolly lucky to escape with that one. Sack goes for the shot. Almost ricocheted there off McCann. Well, that would have been a big leveller for the Blackhawks. It's now turned over. Lacasse, who's had a great game. He gets it back. Finds some space inside the slot. Lacasse shoots. Down in front. Sack. No, it's off the net above the goals, and we'll have another face-off. Well, the intensity reaching boiling point here the last 5 minutes of this matchup between last year's grand finalists. Blackhawks proving that the Blues are not going to have it easy on this night. They've only scored one since the first period. They've been held to none in the second, and they are yet to score in the third. The Blues, they too are yet to score. So it's been a real arm wrestle, this match thus far, this third period. Penalties will expire for both players, both Campbell and Lamb, in a matter of seconds now. Flyers blue playing it steadily here. It's now a game of tactics and tempo. As we mentioned at the beginning of the third period, direct cross-ice pass to the path of Kairos, but to no avail. It's now Neal who inflicts the turnover. Defensive rebound, out of defence. Referee jumping out of the way there. Here he is on the breakaway. He's going to be looking for Lacasse inside the slot. McCann with a good save down low. Lacasse rebounding in offence. Open ice pass. It's going to be on the defensive side for the Blackhawks. And recovered in the end there by Lacasse. He's been everywhere. Lacasse, direct pass. Campbell, who's now back on the ice, and so will Richie Lamb in a matter of moments. Both sides, to their credit, have killed off their penalties. Very well done. 3.5 minutes to go. Deep inside the slot there, thrusting in was Kazala, but couldn't get that one to go at the back of the net. Kairos playing it slowly, as is Hazelhurst. Kairos has got Nurich there. Less than 3 minutes to go now on the CD Dodd scoreboard, 2-1. Next goal will practically determine the outcome of the game. Players crashing in left, right and centre. Kairos now, breaking away from centre ice. Kairos, slap shot, down low again, Charlie Smart. I have to say, you've got to marvel at his efforts at the crease tonight. As we check out the CD Dodd replay here, off the turnover, Kairos maintaining control on the breakaway, shooting from the corner. But that brick wall known as Charlie Smart continues to frustrate the Flyers blue at every chance that they get in this last period. The important thing is, however, the Blues still have the lead. They've been leading from start to finish. Woodman plays it along the boards now, and was it offside? I think so, yes. Or was it? I think it might have been offside too. No, it's a penalty against Cox it is. Or is it? Was there a bit of offside there? That was, oh, I have to say a bit of a hip and shoulder there behind the play. And the referees will just deliberate over that situation. And a delay in the game will occur as a result. And there will be no penalty call. 2.5 minutes to go. The clock has stopped. This next passage vital. Great play in the end there by Campbell. Goes from the edge of the slot. Mans it behind the goal line. Forces it out back to Sack. And Sack, did he tip it in? No. It just went off the crossbar. To the end boards, the puck goes now. 2-on-1. It becomes 3-on-2 now in favour of the Blues. The puck's pushed back into the direction of Sack. Lacasse for the slot. Lacasse has bobbled it in. Lacasse out of nowhere has levelled the scores for the Blackhawks. It's now 2-all. With just over 2 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard, Lacasse finding the space to tip that one in down in front. And now levels the scores for the Blackhawks. Could we see the third tie this season? My goodness gracious me. As we see coming back live, the Blackhawks forming that line, giving each other great high fives there. They had to fight for that next goal, and they have done it. They have tied things up. Can they win it, though? Next goal would practically win it for either side. Or will we see the third tie of the season? in what has been an amazing start to this competition thus far. The intensity really ramping up in these last 2 minutes. Woodman, what can he do? Forced to play it from behind the goal line. Cox putting on the pressure. That's a fine effort too by Cox. Out the back, Healy in a 2-on-1. Rescued by Woodman. Woodman pushes it out. Grover looking to take the risk out to Woodman. Was he bumped off it? That's a heavy hip and shoulder there on Cox. Healy, cross ice now. Out to Kairos out the back. But again, Woodman, a fine effort on the defensive zone. Jolly, referee's got his hand up. That might be a penalty. Waved off. Woodman slap shot. Oh, fine save in the end. That would have given the Blackhawks the lead. Heavy slot coverage for the Blues is a big must here. Here's Grover outside the area. He shoots, but it was just off the crossbar. And now the puck pushed back to Tomek Sak. Off the end boards. We're nearing the last minute of the game. It's been an exciting game here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Who will get that next goal? Cox out to Kairos. Finding some space from centre point. Kairos. Oh, he got almost stopped there by Grover, but he keeps control of the puck. Hasselhurst now. Hasselhurst from the corner, pinned to the end boards there by Grover. Inside the last minute of the game. It's been a sensational game here. Woodman plays it along the wings now. This is now a big chance for both sides to take the lead. Kairos made the most of a couple of players making line changes now. He's under pressure now from Williams. And with a fine open ice pass towards the open defensive zone, icing call. Well, the fans letting the refs know about it here. The clock has stopped at 28 seconds. The puck will be back on the Blues offensive zone. A big passage coming up now. Cox didn't go for the face-off. He let Williams have it. Kairos now will get the defensive turnover now. Kairos down low. It bobbles out of Smart, but he was able to get that carry down low at the crease. Ho, ho, ho. What an effort, too, from Charlie Smart. He's put in tonight. He's earned every dollar. This could possibly be the last face-off of the game. Both sides will give it everything for these last 20 seconds. Kairos pushes it forward to the end boards. Now Cox. Cox out to Kairos. Can he be the hero with the first shot? Cox to the inside. Nurich, was he tripped up? I think he was. I think he was. That was Nurich who was tripped up inside the slot. What will happen here? The referee's just deliberating over that as we see on the CD dot replay. Nurich, he was deep inside the slot. He got tripped up, but I don't think there was efficient evidence there to contact that. Face off with 8 seconds to go. Who's going to win it out here? Cox pushes it out back. Hasselhurst from centre ice. Last chance coming up, but the Blackhawks recover it through Grover. It's going to be another tie. It's going to be another tie. My goodness, what an amazing finish. Nathan Lacasse, the hero of the hour when the Blackhawks needed it, and both sides will rescue a point for this game, but they will be yet to register their first win of the competition. The scores have now been locked at 2-2 at the end of this game, and what a cracker between last year's grand finalists. They have put on a show for this crowd here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. What an unbelievable finish. So both the Blues and the Blackhawks will get 1 point. So the Blues will end up on 2 points for that tie in round 1 as well. The Blackhawks hit the board for the first time. And that'll leave the game later tonight between the Vikings and the Flyers Orange, a top-of-the-table clash. But both sides should be applauded for what was a remarkable game here. A great round of applause by the crowd. The scores have finished at 2-2, with Nathan Lacasse being the hero in the final minutes, levelling the scores with a fine tip-in from outside the slot. And rescuing a point for the Blackhawks, the third tie that we have had in the opening 3 rounds of competition. Certainly has set a great precedent for the 2021 CD Dodd Perth Premier League, as we show you highlights of that game before we wrap things up. The goal scorers for both sides, for the Blues only one, and that was Andrew Cox, who netted a double. And then Tomek Sak scoring at the end of the first period. And then in the final few minutes, Nathan Lacasse, the hero for the Blackhawks, levelling things up. And the scoreboard finishing at 2 goals apiece. What a game that was, I'd have to say. And for those that are watching here and watching at home, you certainly got your money's worth. You banged for your buck tonight to open up this Friday night doubleheader as part of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. Coming up next, we have got the Vikings and the Flyers Orange, a clear-cut top-of-the-table clash between two sides seeking their second win of the competition. On behalf of Ryan, Bailey, Matt and all of the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick saying see you soon in about 15 minutes time for the second game, the Vikings and the Flyers Orange, live, free and in HD here at the Coburn Ice Arena. Bye for now.